Z from marketwizards.com and eminywizard.com with an update just before 10 o'clock on the 17th of January, reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose if you're playing this game. Okay, I said it looks like a program trade. First target, make sure you're paid, coming into the 12.5 to the gap area, obviously. And third time through trade, back here, obviously, that double at 9. I said first things first. Longs got to get above the 9. Then if they do, then we're bouncing. We also said that the next target up should be try to get to that 15, top of the box. And if we got there, good possibility they could knock out the stops from the overnight highs. And that would then put us into this box where we think that obviously the next resistance zone may be, right, this 1875 area. So this is the current box that I'm looking at in a 2-day range. And program trade, we're off the floor by over 20 points. We had said one of the most important considerations to look at was that we were at the rain line. I said, I don't know that we can get up here first things first, get above the range overnight, but we have to be aware of the green and the red and the blue lines. And this is a squeeze type trade right now, backing and filling on the shorts. Got all of the late longs, and now we're coming back in and basically have caught all of the late shorts. This is a typical option X pattern. And I said early that this bothered me, this relationship where we were at the rain line and these lines were so far above the rain line that you really couldn't think about this as a plunge. That this, you've got to kind of assume we may get back here later today, but that realistically, we had to wait for these moving averages. When that happens, waiting is either chop, chop, chop until it comes down or bounces into them. So this is a very nasty surprise on all the late shorts. And if you took a short early and got stopped out, your first goal is to try to get your capital back. Not to make tons of money today, but okay, let's get back the hole first, and then let's size things up. Because you want to play this game for a long time, and that means you got to preserve your capital. So sometimes you're better off, if you get stopped out, you get violated, you're better off going in the other direction. Sometimes you're better off just waiting and be patient and look for a great setup. Usually that's the best plan of attack. And a reminder that I said that if we were above 2.5, that this would be a bounce, that we are bouncing. That's because yesterday's low is 2.5. So once this 2.5 holds, we know that anything back here is backing and filling into the previous day's range. And we have come back up to top of yesterday's pipe right here. Okay, this is yesterday's pipe at 17.5. So I'm suggesting that if you want to short, you certainly should be paid by 16 to 17 if you're long on trailers. And if, in fact, you want to short, let's use some common sense and say, fine. Now you really have to beat me here at, say, 22. 20 to 22. That's going to be our new adjusted resistance, because you have to keep adjusting as the market prints new territory. So anybody wants to short coming in from, say, that 18 area to 22, that's our resistance zone right now. And if the trade doesn't work for you, then take your stop out. And if you don't like the trade, don't do anything. And we are coming into the blue line. So I'm using that idea. This blue circle was to show the relationship between the rain line and that blue line. So this needs to contain the price, or else we're still going up. This is a very nasty surprise on late shorts. I'll set this. We already know the first bar is our angel. We know we're coming back up into yesterday's angel, 1775. So this is a retest of that idea. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 30 minutes of solid white bars or doji. No black bar yet, no demon. So we're going to use this zone right here, this middle. This has got to start to hold right in here. Otherwise, we're going to go make a new high. There's your angel right there. So this is our squeeze pivot zone for now. Okay, and here's our bounce. So two different support levels that have worked. The first, that 96.75 idea, and then the 99.5 idea. Remember we talked about 99.5, right? Because this was really just a retest of that high, and then the 02. So this zone has held for now. And we're trading in this box that we had pointed out earlier. And this is designed to keep the shorts from getting position. But this was very constructive for the longs to come out shooting with the generals taking it upside. And that's why normally I think most traders are better off messing around when we wake up, mess around for a point or two pre-market, and then kind of wait for the generals to take it. And then you can see where they're going. So first violation today that I think that really was helpful for us to understand was that 9. Once they violated that 9. Third time through idea. And probably going to need some hit and run. We got some trap shorts. So going to need some hit and run if you're playing short side. It's not going to be one straight boom all the way back down and whatever. And we had said, let's take a look at this now as our 3 boxes. And we're using this 22 as our backup resistance zone. Saying this zone right now looks like that should try to hold. This is our fighting box. And this is our support box right now. Beautiful support down here. So try to mix some spaghetti into the mix. And then let's take a look at other ideas too. This was our 30-minute chart. First things first, you got to get it up here, back here above the blue line. And the boys did that fairly easily today. So let's look at the 30, because this looks to me like we've still got this 95 to 92 support. Now let's scale it back. And you can see how sloppy this is here. And then it gives a direction. I do not like the charts when they look like that. Too hard for me to read. That's why I wanted the 30. And you can see how this was in an umbrella trade on the 5, but then we get here and look how we hold this chart and get that first bar pushing up. So realistically, if you want a spaghetti chart, this 5-minute chart is probably the best right now. And you're going to play off the green, the red, the blue, and obviously telling us that until you break 7, 7.25, that's our support. So inside day for now, or I should say inside the 2-day range. Fighting box, resistance, support box. And when you get an overnight push with very light volume, it's very easy to do a contra against it once they take out the violation. And here's your violation pivot right here. Once we took that out. And we open the upside for testing. And that first zone, 9 to 11, this 10 area, very important. So on the way back, anytime we come back through it, that's also going to be very important. All these charts play a role. Currently, we've got that 11 as our symmetry middle. So pay attention. That's our TH values.